so it's that time of the year. The spring season of anime is coming to a close here shortly, and the summer anime season for 2023 is on the way. And I kind of wanted to bring you guys the list, like I always do, of the anime that I might be watching, so that way you can avoid some of the stinkers. Y'all know that there'd be a full list of anime that come out, and there'd be like maybe 2 or 3 that is just like, okay, I gotta watch those. But it takes you sometimes going through a little bit of the duds to get to the gold, and opposed to going through those duds, let's break down what might be actual gold before the season begins. And if you're watching this after the fact, well, now you know what you should or might be watching in this summer season.
This is for my day ones, gotta be clear. Still moving on, baby, but I wish you was here. Still moving on, baby, but I gotta get there. Still moving on, baby, I'ma never forget. Still moving on, baby, I'ma never regret. Still moving on, still moving on.
Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. I'm just saying, dog, you want more anime, manga related videos? I got you. Hit subscribe, bell, do it. Let's start it off because we got a couples here. Instead of going through the series, we're going to start off from the specials on. So for starters, one of the things that I noticed is we got a special for Fate/Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn, and I have no idea what this is, so let's take a peek. It says here, the synopsis: in a holy grail war, mages, masters, and their heroic spirits fight for the control of the holy grail. Okay, we know that. I think we got the gist of Fate, but if you don't, well, there you go. An omnipotent wish-granting device said to fulfill any desire. Years have passed since the end of the 5th Holy Grail War in Japan. Now signs portent the emergence of a new Holy Grail in the Western American city of Snowfield. Sure enough, masters and servants begin to gather. A missing servant class, impossible servant summonings, a nation shrouded in secrecy, and a city created as a battleground. In the face of such irregularities, the Holy Grail War is twisted and driven into the depths of madness. Let the curtain rise on a masquerade of humans and heroes made to dance upon the stage of a false Holy Grail War. So it seems as though this is going to be a fake Holy Grail War, like not actually a legit one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a small teaser trailer that was released of this, and it's going to take place in the West, and it's a special episode. It comes out July 2nd, so and it's done by A1 Pictures, so it might actually be a quick watch, something to check out. Maybe it might be good, you never know. So I'm not per se against watching it. In fact, I might give it a go, especially if you're a Fate fan checking out a special. It may be a dud, it may be good, but at the very least we know it's Fate, and a lot of the time Fate be really freaking awesome. So there to start off with a special that I didn't expect was coming, but it's on its way. And then there's 5 Toban no Hanyome. Okay, so there's a special for the Quintessential Quintuplets, featuring stories from the manga not adapted in the main anime. Okay, I'm not a quintuplet guy, don't have a problem with it. I heard it's actually pretty good, but probably not for me. But if you're a fan of the Quintessential Quintuplets, there you go, there's a little special. Moving forward, we got Crayon Shinchan Movie. There's a wow, I was gonna say there's a Shinchan movie. Apparently this is the 31st Shinchan movie. I like the cover. For a second there I thought it was like Boji meets My Hero Academia. Let's just take a quick peek, even though Shinchan is, you know, a gag thing. Oh, there's no synopsis, nothing. All we know is, what is the English title? Does it have an English title? It doesn't. It just says Chonyoku Daikesen Tobe Tobe Temaki Zushi. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know, I really like that cover though. That looks kind of cool. It reminds me again of like My Hero, but Boji from Ranking of Kings, and it's seinen, so there you go. If you ever watch the English dub of that one, freaking priceless. Then on the other side we have, and I think these are right here moving forward. Okay, these are movies, yeah, so we're in the movie section now. Next one is a comedy, second of 2 new anime installments commemorating the anime. Okay, so this is about an anime called Osomatsu. I think that's from Piro, right? Yeah, that's a Studio Piro anime. Okay, so there's a movie coming out for Osomatsu. Yo, Piro, we wanted a Boruto movie, okay? Like, yeah, giving us, which don't get me wrong, shout outs, we're about to get the Black Clover movie, which I'm sure is going to be somewhere here on this list, but we wanted a Boruto movie. What are you doing, Piro? Why are you giving us Osomatsu? Shout out to Osomatsu, but I'm just saying, Piro, come on. Then moving up, we got Precure All-Stars. I'm not a Precure guy. Precure, if you don't know, is kind of like in the Sailor Moon, Powerpuff Girls type of vein, I guess you would say. Biohazard Death Island. Isn't that based off a video game, right? DSO Agent Leon. Wait, Leon Kennedy. Is that... Hold on, is that... Oh, Resident Evil Death Island. Okay, there's a Resident Evil Death Island animated movie. by TMS Entertainment. Okay, I was gonna write this one off immediately, but let's see. Leon is on a mission to rescue Dr. Antonio Taylor from kidnappers when a mysterious woman thwarts his pursuit. Meanwhile, BSAA agent Chris Redfield is investigating a zombie outbreak in San Francisco where the cause of the infection cannot be identified. The only thing the victims have in common is that they all visited Alcatraz Island recently. Well, that's a major clue. Following that clue, Chris and his team head to the island where a new horror awaits them. I ain't gonna lie, that kind of sounds a little hype. I was gonna write it off because I was like, wait a minute, Biohazard. But yeah, that's what you would call the Resident Evil. Okay. Sandland, a definite watch from me. If you don't know about Sandland, it's a one-shot manga, or it was one volume by the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. This is a work that he did a long time ago, and they've made a movie of it. The art and animation is very similar to Dragon Ball Superheroes. I think it might be the same team or some of the same animators because it looks very similar. And if you don't know, in the far future, war has destroyed the entire Earth, leaving only a barren wasteland where the supply of water is controlled by the greedy king. In search of a long-lost lake, aka an oasis, Sheriff Rao asked the king of the demons for help and got the king's son, Beelzebub, and his assistant Thief. Together, the unlikely trio set off across the desert, facing dragons, bandits, and the deadliest foe of all, the king's army itself. And I ain't gonna lie, it's looking like it's going to be a little bit far here. We'll take a quick glance. Some shots right there, boom. Shots right there, boom. We'll see what else. Right there, boom. It looks pretty freaking hype. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid copyright, but yeah, it looks pretty hype. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Just in general, I'm watching it because it's a Toriyama thing. I read the manga a long time ago. I don't remember too much of it, and I'm hoping that this one leads to another one shot that he did more recently. I think it was like in 2011, called is it Kintoki? I think it's Kintoki. I want to say. I want them to animate that, but I'm definitely checking that one out again from Toriyama himself. So it might be one that you want to check out. Let's see. Okay, so these are 3 more movies that I've never freaking heard of. I think. Oh wait a minute. Is that Phoenix? Okay, hold on. Let's just check. What's this? Hibeke Euphonium Ensemble Contest 10. The top-awaited New York. Wait, the long-awaited New York will be screened in theaters as a medium-length animation in the summer of 2023. Along with the Summer Brass Band Competition, the ensemble contest, commonly known as Acnon, is a place where exciting performances are held. The performance of several people in one group has a charm different from that of a competition. In order to participate in the Kyoto Prefecture Tournament of Ancon, a representative, it reminds me of Akon, like, yo, Akon's just gonna pop up, yo, I got a tournament going. A representative team is selected in the school's preliminary round. However, with over 50 members, the Kitaiji High School Brass Band is facing a variety of problems. Will Kumiko, the newly appointed head of the club, be able to make it through the preliminary rounds? Sounds interesting. I really am into and I want to get more into watching anime based on musical competitions and stuff, or just music in general. Now this one, is this Phoenix? I want to say that this is Phoenix, right? Miyazaki delivered the film's title from writer Oh, this is from Hayao Miyazaki. Interesting. From writer, no, I don't think this is Phoenix. Genzaburo Yoshino's 1937 masterpiece of the same name. He added that this book is a story that has great meaning to the protagonist of this film. Yoshino's book centers around a man named Koperu and his uncle, and through Koperu's spiritual growth, it discusses how to live as human beings. How do you live? Okay, that's the name of it. This might be one to watch because I know that Miyazaki has been working on this for quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't mind peeping this. Again, the art isn't all that for this. It's like, what the hell is a bird? It looks like a bird inside of a bird. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving that a watch. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I hope they bring that to theaters over here, which they probably will because it's Hayao Miyazaki. Alice to Torisa no Maboroshi Kojo. Let's see what this one is about. The art looks interesting, to say the least. I wonder if it's CG. It looks kind of CG-ish. Masamune, a third-year middle school student, lives in a town where all the exits have been sealed off due to a sudden explosion of a steel mill, causing time to stand still. Residents are forbidden from making any change and spend their suffocating days in the hopes of returning to normalcy someday. One day, Masamune's mysterious classmate, Mutsumi, guides him to the 5th furnace of the steel mill, where they encounter a girl who cannot speak and resembles a wild wolf. That sounds interesting. The meeting between the two girls and Masamune disrupts the balance of the world, and the unstoppable impulse of love from boys and girls tired of their daily lives begin to destroy the world. Let's take a quick peek at what this looks like. I feel like this is 3D CG. No, it's not. I don't think. No. Can we get a good shot of the characters? Yeah, no. Wow, art and animation looks great. Wow, okay. Yeah, buddy. We're avoiding copyright, hopefully, but yeah. Oh, and it's from Mappa. This might be another. Yo, the summer anime season. What are y'all doing to me? We haven't even gotten to like the big titles yet, and I'm already on board. Let's freaking go. Let's go. And that's a movie, yo. Wow. Okay, so we just went through, and out of all of these things, let's see. We got one special I want to watch, the Fate special. Shits and giggles, I wouldn't mind watching Crayon Shinchan 2. The Resident Evil one is 3. And these are all the ones that you might be able to watch. Not that I'm necessarily going to watch all of them, although I plan on watching a good chunk of them. Sandland 4, definitely watching Sandland. There's Miyazaki movie 5, and Alice to Teresa 6, a Mappa movie, which looks very interesting, and the art and animation looks great. That's 6 things between movies and specials all ready for summer. Now let's get on to, okay, wait, this is an OVA. Azure Lane, Queen's Order. Due to severe fatigue and exhaustion, the Azure Lane's commander collapses and enters a coma. To prevent unrest and anxiety from breaking out, the secretary ship Queen Elizabeth decides to fill in for the commander in secret alongside her longtime friend Warspot and a select few. Probably not watching that, so we can skedaddle on. Now we got ONAs, which are basically like OVAs, honestly. Like, I don't know why they differentiate them, whatever. Kyokai Senki, new entry in the Kyokai Senki franchise. The second part to that Netflix movie of the 7 Deadly Sins, Ensa no Edinburgh. It's the 3D movie that I think it was about like 50 minutes to an hour, the first one, and this is the second one, second part of the National Taizai. It's the 3D CG one where, I'll be honest with you, it's a grower. It's more of a, like, the art style is a grower. Especially if you're against 3D CG, you may not be, at the very least at first, gung-ho about it. But from what I remember, at the very least, story-wise, because I went back and watched it like a couple times, not a couple times, but I watched it first time and then I watched it again, and it was all right. So maybe the second part would be great. Ideally, of course, we all want 2D animation, but yeah. There's a Bastard ONA, and this is from season 2. Second season of Bastard, an ONA. Okay, interesting. Oh no, wait a minute, hold on. This is 15 eps. Okay, so I guess the Bastard anime is considered ONAs. This is 15 second season of Bastard. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Let's see what else we got. We got Shumatsu no Walkure 2 part 2. Second part of, oh wait, is that whatchamacallit? 5 episodes. Is that Record of Ragnarok, or am I bugging? I feel like that's, yeah, Record of Ragnarok 2 part 2. Okay, so that's the second half of the second part of Record of Ragnarok's anime. Y'all know how it is. Either you hate it or love it because of the style of the art and animation. I enjoyed season 1. I have a video or review out there if you want to go check it out for Record of Ragnarok season 1. And I went against the grain with my heart of how I felt that I enjoyed Record of Ragnarok season 1. Just being honest. Kengan Ashura season 2, for fans of that. I want to go back and watch season 1 because this looks hype. Even though it's 3D CG, it looks like it'd be kind of hype. Then we got the second season of Baki, Son of Ogre. Again, I need to go back and finish the original Baki anime so I could get into the Netflix one. But this looks really freaking hype too. My God, dog. Like, summer season of anime, there's no big stinkers so far. Like, there's a few like but between OVAs, specials, and movies, it's looking good. Now I think we're at the, okay, yeah, this is the TV anime section, so this is the home stretch. So let's go through the TV anime. This is the big enchilada where everybody's excited for. Ikimono-san, 52 1-minute episodes. Probably nobody's going to check this out. A new series of anime shorts based on Atsushi Wada's original short film and game, My Exercise. Yeah, probably nobody's going to peep that, to be honest with you. Watch me be wrong, and it's like the most popular thing in the world. Shadowverse Flame, 7 Shadows Hen. 5th core of Shadowverse Flame. Okay, that looks like some type of Yu-Gi-Oh type of series. Hyakusho Kizoku. Not sure on the episodes, and the art alone is kind of like, it's probably not going to be up our alley, to be honest with you. Maybe it might be, but before becoming a manga artist, Hiromu Arakawa spent 7 years. Ooh, wait, hold on. This is by Hiromu Arakawa, author of Full Metal Alchemist and the new Yomi no Sugai series. She spent 7 years working as a farmer in Hokkaido. Well acquainted with the many emotions that are part and parcel of agricultural work, she captures the harsh realities of Japanese dairy farms while also shedding light on its tough and powerful way of life. Which, I want to say, didn't she do Silver Spoon as well, which was about farm life? It's very interesting how Hiromu Arakawa really likes to focus in on things related to her life. I wonder how much of Full Metal Alchemist was things related to her life as well. Shout outs to Hiromu Arakawa. Card Fight Vanguard Season 3, not my bag, so not gonna even entertain it. 11th season of Yami Shibai 11. Okay. Bang Dream, It's My Go. No synopsis, original, it's a music anime. Why are they not giving us the details on the music anime? Although I don't know if that'd be up my alley per se. Level 1 Mao to 1 Room Yusha. 10 years ago, the hero Max defeated the Demon Lord. Was it Max Powers? No. In order to regain his power, the Demon Lord went into a deep slumber, but when he awakens, his body is only a chibi version of its fearsome form. Now curious to see what his enemy is up to, the Demon Lord visits Mei, only to discover the mighty hero living in a dirty one-room apartment. The Demon Lord decides to move in with Max and help his old enemy become a formidable opponent once more. Okay, something a little bit different, I guess you would say. Idol Master, I'm not an Idol Master guy. Shout outs to the people that are. I think the shout outs to rest in peace to the late great Kentaro Miura. I think that was more of his bag. Doesn't really tickle me fancy, mate. Sin Duality Noir. The year is 2222. It has been years since the tears of the new moon. A mysterious rain poured and wiped out almost the entire human race. Okay. The poisonous rain gave birth to deformed creatures devouring humans, and humanity fled from the danger. As means for survival, the humans then build an underground haven, Amasia, and this newly built dystopian city. In pursuit of maintaining their existence, they run into an artificial intelligence named Magus. Not knowing how things will work between them, the story of how humans and AI coinciding and trying to find their truths begin. Okay, I mean, that's not something per se that I would run to, but it does sound interesting, especially with how AI is making a major emergence here in the real world, so maybe. Ayaka. No amount of episodes noted and no amount of minutes per episode. Yanagi Yukito is an orphan who one day encounters an eccentric disciple of his father's. The strange man takes him to his birthplace of Ayakamija, made up of 7 islands where mysterious beings called Mitama and dragons are rumored to reside. There, Yukito meets his father's 2 other disciples who protect... What do they protect? The harmony of Ayakamija, which soon threatens to collapse. Okay, I don't know. Might be good. Nothing doesn't sound out the box for me. We got Spy Koshitsu season 2. Don't know what that is. It's the 2nd season of it. Okay. Monogatari 2nd season. Damn, is that part of the whole Monogatari stuff, or is that something totally different? Monogatari been going on for a hot minute if it's not. The Gene of AI, aka AI no Idenshi. Oh god, a full-on series about AI. What's this? Yo, are we gonna be getting a lot of AI series now that AI is becoming a thing in the real world? The science fiction omnibus depicting a doctor who treats robot and humanoid problems takes place in the near future when humanoids with artificial intelligence account for 10% of the population. The main character, Dr. Suro Hikaru, also has the undercover name Mogadit, under which he secretly takes on illegal medical procedures. For example, for a man who inadvertently affected his humanoid wife with a computer virus when illegally backing up her data. Suda proposes an operation to rewrite her memory using backup data. Could an existence replaced by backup data truly be said to be the same as it was before? I ain't gonna lie, kind of sounds interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if this is a run-to one immediately, but who's doing it? Let's see. Ooh, Madhouse. Okay. Madhouse, it's shonen psychological by Madhouse. Doesn't say how many episodes, does it? It might, I don't know. Wait. 12 episodes. July 8th. That might be a watch, man. Madhouse, they don't do too much, but when they do, they be putting out some heat, so that might be a one to go with. Let's see. Dekiru Neko wo Kyomo Yutsu. When Saku took in a stray black cat, she never expected that he would become the equivalent of a housekeeping life partner. I ain't gonna lie, just from far distance, that just looks wrong. I don't like it. And then it's a housekeeper. We're gonna move on from that because that doesn't look right. Undead girl murder farce. Okay. The end of the 19th century, a vampire's wife is murdered and the detective known as the cage user is called to solve the crime. But there's more to the detective and the curtain bird cage he carries. After all, when solving a case involving a monster, it might just take one to know one. That looks like Roberta from Black Lagoon. I ain't gonna lie. We got Temple. Akamitsu Akagemi was also told by his father no one can live alone, but he's sure determined. After all, his father sure wasn't saying it with the best intentions, and Akamitsu has no desire to become that creep. But when a chance encounter with a young woman leaves him with the thoughts that are all too impure, he decides, what does he decide? To do what he must, become a Buddhist monk and renounce worldly ways. What? But the temple he decides to devote himself to is full of women? and that same young woman is there too. What's a guy to do? Okay, this is definitely some ecchi, probably harem type of anime. Who's doing it? Studio Gecko. Yeah, it's a studio that I'm not too familiar with. It's probably a harem, and if that's up your alley, if that's your bag, there you go. There's your harem anime, guys. Your waifu challenge begins. We got Okashi na Tensei, a promising... What the hell? A promising what? Hold up. A promising pastiller meets his demise and leaves the world without ever having achieved his dream of making the world's greatest pastry. Oh, basically a pastry maker. But when he is given another chance, he reincarnates as a 9-year-old. Oh my god, this sounds like a straight up jobless reincarnation. As a 9-year-old pastry mile Mortine, determined to be successful this second time. His life would not be as sweet as his treats, though, as he encounters unfamiliar hardships in the magical world. To get one step closer to his lifelong desire, pastry must learn how to fight, utilizing his confectionery knowledge and discovering magic along the way. It sounds interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Sweet reincarnation. Wow. Okay. Definitely inspired by Mushoku at the very least, somewhat. Then we got the Great Cleric. I'm not gonna read that whole name. We'll just go by the English translation. The Great Cleric. One day, Earth's god of destiny and the Gildardia's chief god had a bet. The god of destiny lost and chose 10 mediocre souls to hand over. To those 10 souls, the chief god of Gildardia handed them new vessels. Among them mediocre souls was one salaryman who fought against his destiny of death. How will this man grow from now on? Not the god of destiny, nor the chief god of Galdaria, nor even the authors themselves know. Okay, that's interesting. TBS Nikion. Okay. Kind of sounds interesting. Kind of, you could pass on it. Off rip. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but this doesn't look like anything I'd want to peep. Genjitsu no Yohane, Sunshine in the Mirror. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nobody knows the story of the girl that everybody knows. Numazu is a scenic port town surrounded by mountains and the sea. See, I like to... When I initially have a thought of like, oh, I'll never check that out, I like to at the very least try and see, well, maybe I'm tricking myself. Maybe this is something that I need to check out. So, Yohane, a girl who has struggled to fit in with her surroundings since childhood, spends her days avoiding people. And it's by Sunrise. Not a fan of the art style, to be honest with you. It looks like cutesy, girly anime, but maybe, I don't know. Ryza no Alteria, TV anime adaptation for Ryza no Alteria, aka Alteria Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideouts. Okay. What is this one? Helk. Okay, this looks interesting. While humanity celebrates the defeat of the Demon King. What is it with all these defeat of the Demon King, defeat of the Demon King, the Demon King, the Demon King? Jeez. By the hands of a lone hero, the denizens of the demon world prepare for the contest of a lifetime, a tournament to decide who would inherit the title of Demon King. And that's by Studio Satellite. That actually might be an interesting one. Do they got a little trailer? Hey, let's just take a little peek at what the art and animation looks like, okay? Okay, that doesn't look all that like, hey, what else? Kind of looks a little like a Hercules-esque type of thing. Okay. Alright. Jitsu wa ore saikyo deshita. To be reincarnated into another world with another reincarnation. Oh, God. Promise of a cheap power is one thing, but to be reborn as a baby and then left for dead after your royal parents think you're powerless, that's another thing entirely. Hey, that sounds like Asta Black Clover mixed with Yuno. Now the newly born Reinhardt, or Heart to his new friends, must find his way through a dangerous world, but luckily he's got magic that's quite literally off the charts. Could be something good, but I don't know. Like, yo, how many of these reincarnation animes we're gonna deal with, dog? Dark Gathering. Ketaiku Gentoga is a college freshman who hates ghosts. Unlucky for him, he has a knack for attracting spirits. 2 years ago, the connection had led him to receiving a spiritual injury on his right hand, with his friend getting caught in the crossfire. The event caused him to become a shut-in, leaving him with very poor social skills. Okay. Fortunately, Keitaro is slowly starting to mingle with society thanks to the help of his childhood friend, Aiko Hozuki. As part of the rehabilitation, Keitaro takes on the part-time job of a private tutor, and his first pupil is none other than Aiko's cousin, Yaoyoi Hozuki. Besides being a child prodigy, there is another peculiarly regarding Yayo, and I'm sorry I'm butchering these words. Where's my glasses, mate? She has a spiritual constitution just like Keitaro. However, in contrast to Keitaro, she yearns to encounter spirits, hoping to find the ghost ghost that took her mother away. As Keitaro is dragged along by Yaoi and Eiko to haunted spots, this part-time job seems to be straying further and further away from its original purpose. Alrighty, carry on. Let's carry on. We're making great progress. We're almost through it, lads. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale Part 2. Not even gonna bother. Level 1. Well, my unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. Oh gosh, another one of these. Ritaro Sato, who died from overworking at a black... What? At a black company? What the hell? Yeah, I think we're gonna skip over this one. I think we're good on this one. Reborn as a vending machine. Oh god, it's actually a thing, yo. An anime about being reborn as a vending machine. How have we strayed this far, dog? We went from the days of Monster, classics like Code Geass, Death Note, to reborn as a vending machine. Let's just read the synopsis quickly. A vending machine fanatic meets his demise when he is quite ironically crushed by a vending machine. To his dismay, he finds himself reincarnated as a vending machine in another world. Having reemerged within a forest inhabited by frogmen and other monsters and supplied with only 2 products, Boxo the vending machine requires coins to keep itself stocked, powered, and upgraded with new skills. Luckily, what is this, bro? I'm sorry, what is this? Like, I might peep just for curiosity, but what is that, dog? What? No. Uchi no Kaisha... Damn, there's not even in English. Uchi no Kaisa something. My senpai from work is tiny and cute. Alright, yeah, I'm good on that. Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence. Dwelling in the small outskirts of a peaceful town, Lawrence works as a local pastor for the townsfolk. When in need, he is responsible for guiding people to the church to visit the saint. A symbol of good morals who heeds each pastor's struggles and grants them sincere advice. Alright, I don't know. It just already sounds like, whoa, you taking us to church? What are we doing here? This one looks cool. Ayu Koshitsu. A long time ago, there existed a demon lord another demon lord who terrorized throughout the world until a hero stepped to the stage and challenged the demon lord, ultimately defeating him and ending his reign. The hero then created Rosewood Academy, an academy made to help heroes in training achieve supremacy and help defend the world when needed, that enrolls only the best of the best. Hey, My Hero Academia, no. Enter the Arnis Flamings, a girl with a high sense of duty and the top student at the academy, hence receiving the alias Empress of Flames, who one day encounters the lively, carefree new transfer student Blade, a boy who seems to equal her in power, something that she finds really irritating. Arnis, who then personally requests by the king to supervise and show Blade around the academy during his stay. The story follows the students' struggles in their quest to become heroes. They're quiet. Art looks cool. Let's take a glance at the trailer. Let's see here. Oh, is this Classroom of the Elites? Is that what this is? No, Classroom for Heroes. Okay, never mind. Oh, I sound silly there. Yeah, I don't already we got a nasty lowly thing. I think I'm good on this one. We got Reign of the 7 Spellblades. The art looks like Code Geass from afar. I ain't gonna lie. It looks straight up like Code Geass. In the world of magic, there exist deadly irreversible techniques commonly known as spellblades. These sparse and elusive spells, along with their casters, are shrouded in mystery, and only their absolute lethality is known to the masses. Every year, the spring blossom signifies a new intake of students to the prestigious magic school Kimberly. With reactions of awe and bewilderment, a ceremonious parade complete with magical beasts welcomes the newcomers to the institution. Among them is the mysterious Oliver Horn, whose indifference changes to fascination as he notices a peculiar figure, a girl wearing strange attire equipped with a Japanese sword. Doesn't sound like it piques my interest. It sounds okay-ish. Rurouni Kenshin. We don't need to read the thing. It's a remake of the old Rurouni Kenshin, and I'm imagining it's going to adapt the final arc. Rurouni Kenshin is a classic, so a lot of people are going to watch that. I'm definitely going to tune in because Rurouni Kenshin was freaking awesome. The Liar Liar. At Academy Island, everything is settled through games, waged for a certain number of stars, with the strongest student being granted the ranking of 7 stars. Hiroto, a transfer student, another school anime. I don't know. Some of these, we had a lot of hits early on with the movies and specials. A lot of this stuff now is like, for a certain number of stars, with the strongest student being granted the ranking of 7 stars. Hiroto, a transfer student, unexpectedly beats the strongest empress and becomes the pseudo-strongest in the school. A mind game of lies and bluffs begins. This is the 2nd season. We good on that. Watashi no shiwase na kekon. Mio Samori was the unfortunate child of a loveless arranged marriage. After her mother died, her father brought in his lover and her own daughters, Kya. From then on, Mio's life was reduced to that of a mere servant. Even worse, while Kya inherited the family's psychic abilities. This sounds interesting now. This one sounds a little bit different. Mia had none. She was truly the daughter with no merit. After years of being treated like dirt, Mio has learned to keep her head down, hide her pain, and obey every order. So it comes as no surprise that she is arranged to be married to Kyoka Kudo, a military captain rumored to be so cruel that he has driven away every one of the potential wives so far. From a painful upbringing to a painful marriage, that's the future that awaits Mio. This is sad. I ain't gonna lie. This is sad as hell. Or so she thinks. Contrary to her expectations, her now husband is actually kind-hearted. What really awaits Mio is a blissful, everlasting marriage full of happiness. I like that little twist. This sounds like a nice little chill anime, especially if you got... Ooh, and it starts with a cherry blossom tree. I'm a sucker for that one. This sounds like something really dope for, you know, you got a lady friend or something there. Tune in and watch that, or even if you want to just peep by yourself, have a good one. Oh, and the art looks beautiful as well. Okay, that might be one. This is one of the better ones that we've got, aside from like Kenshin, whatever. It's one of the more interesting ones we've got in a while. This is the second season. We good on that. Suki na koga megani wa watsureta. As the deskmate of Me, Kiara Komura always has his attention fixed on her. Attracted by her cute charms, all he wishes for is that she would look at him with those beautiful eyes beneath her glasses. You want to see my eyes beneath my glasses, mate? But just a few days after making her acquaintance, Kade notices something. It doesn't sound all that interesting, to be honest with you. I like the glasses aspect. Notices something different about her eyes are squinting and her glasses are missing. Nonetheless, he still finds her adorable. Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. What the hell is this? In a trash-filled apartment, 24-year-old Akira Tendo watches a zombie movie with lifeless, envious eyes. After spending 3 hard years at an exploitative corporation in Japan, his spirit is broken. He can't even muster the courage to confess his feelings to his beautiful co-worker Otori. Then one morning, he stumbles... What does he stumble? Upon his landlord eating lunch, which happens to be another tenant. The whole city swarming with zombies, and even though he's running for his life, Akira's never felt more alive. And I think Viz got this one already. And who's doing this one? Licensor Viz. Bugs Films is the studio. This sounds interesting. Is this... This ain't a CG one, is it? Art looks dope. Animation looks good, too. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. This might be one. I think we found a little hidden gem. Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. That might be one to watch, folks. I think we found a little hidden gem. Bungo Stray Dogs, 5th season. I've never been into Bungo. No, nothing against Bungo. It's just, hey, if you're into Bungo Stray Dogs, there you go. Another season. Horimiya Piece, The Missing Pieces. That is, what's that? That's a new Horimiya by Cloverworks, featuring stories from the manga not adapted in the main anime. Okay, that's a new thing that they're doing with anime too, I've noticed, with ranking of kings and this and a few other ones we read, that they're doing anime that aren't necessarily 2nd seasons or 3rd seasons. It's just like, yo, we want more of this title. There's not enough to continue the storyline. Get some stuff that we cut out from the manga and make an anime out of it. Rent the Girlfriend season 3. I've heard good things about Rent the Girlfriend. I need a peep. Of course, Bleach Thousand Blood War. We all want to peep that, so let's not even cap. We all watching it. Let's stop playing. You know you're watching it when it returns. It's Bleach. It's that epic and greatness that we got continuing on. Then we at the last 3 we got Masamune Kun's Revenge. It's the 2nd season, so don't worry about it. And I'm not really sure what that is. We got Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation season 2. I need to finish season 1 because this is like pretty much the catalyst to a lot of that reincarnated stuff that we was talking about going up this list. Like, this started it all, and it's dope that they're continuing on. And then Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Need I say more? We all watching that as well. That's gonna be hyped by Mappa. Let me know what you guys think though. Out of everything, what was some of the anime that you're most excited for? Some stuff that sounded like some little hidden gems, and your thoughts in general about the upcoming summer season of anime for 2023. Let's do it. That's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah.
Yes, this is for my day ones, gotta be clear. Still moving on, baby, but I wish she was here. Still moving on, baby, but I gotta get there. Still moving on, baby, I'ma never forget. Still moving on, baby, I'ma never regret. Still moving on, still moving on. This is for my day ones. This is for my day ones.